It looks like the death spell was revealed for Final Fantasy 15. It seems to be part of the ring magic, so let's give that some thought. What is going on, you beautiful thought-having people you? Give it thought back here today for another Final Fantasy 15 news update. And I wanted to talk about this because, well, it looks really cool, which I'll return to in a second. First, for all you newcomers to the series, I wanted to quickly say what the death spell is. Death is a type of arcane magic that originated in the first game in the series. If it connects, it inflicts an instant KO on the enemy. I bet you weren't expecting that one. Sarcasm. If you're a Dragon Quest fan, it is this game's version of the whack spell. So with that little background out of the way, let's get right into this one. So this info came by way of an official Square Enix Twitchcon stream that showed off the new addition to the ever-growing ring magic. If you didn't know, it looks like in Final Fantasy 15, certain types of spells are connected to a ring called the Ring of Lucii. These are mostly the arcane type of spells, which include stuff like Toad, Ultima, Drain, stuff like that. The other type of spells, the Elemency kind, are not tied to this ring. Those are spells like Fire and Blizzard. Anyway, this iteration of the death spell looks awesome. It kind of distorts the enemy and then shrivels them up. It looks like you're draining their life force with this one. It reminds me of Skyrim's vampire enemies and how they suck your life force into their hands. The people that did the commentary for this video said that the spell deteriorates all body tissues, which sounds really cool and extremely painful at the same time. It looks like it instantly kills small enemies, which is what everyone expected, but one of the male commentators said that it makes really huge enemies really weak. So could we see a version of the death spell that doesn't insta-kill some enemies? I would be surprised, and the guy could have misspoke, but it does make me speculate nonetheless. We did see it work on one of the Iron Giants though, and he is pretty big. The commentators also kept mentioning that it is a very high level spell and you have to be close to the end of the game to get it, which is understandable. This death spell looks really accurate where other iterations of it in the series had a really hard time connecting. If you've ever played Pokemon and seen moves like Fissure or Sheer Cold, then you know what I'm talking about. It was also revealed that only Noctis can use this spell, which makes sense with it being ring magic and all. One weird thing about this is that it works on mechanical enemies when the commentators talked about it destroying muscle tissue and stuff. They really don't have an answer for that. The female commentator just said that they wither away. I don't know, just something weird I noticed. The way it worked on the Bandersnatch enemy was insane. It literally just pulled meat off its bone until it dies. That effect is something I don't think we've ever seen in a game before, at least not with this much detail. But I just wanted to catch everyone up on the latest Final Fantasy 15 news and how they showed off death magic. It was something people expected, I think, but never in this way. I can't wait to get my hands on this, even if it is later in the game. But as always, I want to know what everyone else thinks. Do you plan on using death magic in Final Fantasy 15, or do you see it as a cop-out? I know a lot of players that don't use it because of the insta-death thing, but it looks a bit different in execution here, so we'll see. But let's talk all about it down in the comments below. And I think that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, you know what you have to do. Hit that like button for me and subscribe if you're new here. I put out a new video every single day, and if you want to be caught up on all the Final Fantasy 15 news, just hit that subscribe button and you'll be first in line for all that new content. And if you missed my last Final Fantasy 15 video, it was all about all the customization options that are in the game. So if you're interested in that, go check that one out. But I think that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, give thought to everything.